We are stuck at the airport. Just FYI, y'all.
I want to have grace for my American friends because I realize that a lot of us do not have international travel experience. I've spoken about the percentage of people that actually hold a passport in the US, and it's only about 50%. And many of those are actually people who immigrated to the US who are used to traveling internationally. But us homegrown Aboriginal Americans, a lot of us don't have no passports. We don't be going nowhere. We don't really need to. Our country is really big, and sometimes we don't have enough time, vacation time, or funds to go any place. So I want to say this with grace, but a lot of these mistakes that are happening can easily be avoided by simply having patience and not having this US entitlement that makes you think you can just rock up without your visa being approved. In this particular person's case, they did apply for an e-visa for Vietnam, which is a neighboring country to Thailand. However, it had not yet been issued and approved. You have to wait for it to be approved. This brings me back to just 2 weeks ago. You all know that I had to do my visa run, which is different from a border run. I believe there's a distinction to be made. I'll make a video about that later. But I did my visa run to Taiwan, and I specifically chose Taiwan because it's a visa free entry for US citizens. When you guys go to a country and it doesn't require you to get to receive pre-authorization, that is called visa free. It is not an actual visa. It is just permission to enter the country, and they will stamp your passport and say you can stay for a certain predefined amount of time. The reason why I chose Taiwan is because I booked my visa run trip very last minute. And so I was thinking about going back to Vietnam, but I knew that it would take a minimum of 3 days for that e-visa to be approved. This is an actual pre-authorization that you have to apply for as a US citizen before you can visit countries like Vietnam. The other option was to go back to Cambodia. Same thing. There was not enough time to apply for an e-visa and then get back to Thailand from my visa run. So I chose Taiwan because I knew I could just book the flight and make sure I have a return flight and there would be no issues. And that was exactly the case. I had no problems entering and exiting Taiwan whatsoever, and coming back to Thailand, not a single issue. Now, that is my experience. Some people are saying they're being asked for additional documentation. I personally believe some of this might be embellished, some of it might be true, some of it might be just their own error and their own shortcoming with their processes and not paying attention to details. I'm not entirely sure. I can only speak from my perspective. From my perspective, a lot of this can be avoided by making sure you follow the rules, read the stipulations of your visa or your visa free entry, and by please, for the name of the Lord, in the name of the Lord, please make sure if you apply for an e-visa that it is actually approved, it is in your email, you can pull it down, download it, and print it out. Y'all, don't be trying to show people stuff on your phone. Print it out. We are still in a paper society over here. Print it out, have it in a physical dossier or folder or envelope, and make sure that you can demonstrate that to the visa border agent and or the actual airline. I hope this is helpful. If you guys need more tips, more support, make sure you follow for more. And if you are serious about relocating and avoiding some of these pitfalls, book a consultation. I'm doing a year-end sale. It is only $55 to speak with me and pick my brain, my 15 years of international experience, my 3 years total of being a relocation consultant, and just my good vibes. Hit me up. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.